Today, you will walk past hundreds of strangers and feel almost nothing. On a busy street, in a store, on a train, faces flow past you in an endless river, and your brain barely registers them. But every now and then, one stranger, in the wrong place at the wrong moment, will make your whole body go on alert before you even understand why. Your heart speeds up, your eyes lock on. Something ancient wakes up inside you and whispers a single word: danger. That reflex is not paranoia. It is not a personal flaw. It is one of the oldest pieces of software running in your brain, and it was written over hundreds of thousands of years in a world that no longer exists. To understand why a stranger can make your skin crawl, you have to understand the world your brain still thinks it lives in. Because for almost the entire human story, there were no strangers. Not the way we mean it today. For hundreds of thousands of years, you were born into a small band, a few dozen people, maybe a little more. You knew every single face around you. You knew their parents, their moods, who could be trusted and who could not. The people in your group were your entire world, and you would likely know most of them for your whole life. And in that world, an unfamiliar face was one of the rarest and most dangerous things you could encounter. A stranger was not a neighbor you hadn't met yet. A stranger was someone from outside, from another group, and the outside was where the danger lived. Someone who did not know you, did not owe you anything, and might want what you had. For much of human history, one of the leading causes of death for our ancestors was other humans. Violence between groups was not rare. It was a constant background threat. So your brain evolved a rule, and it evolved it deep, below thought, below choice. The rule was simple: known equals safe, unknown equals threat, until proven otherwise. That single rule kept your ancestors alive long enough to have children, and every one of those children inherited the rule, refined it, and passed it down, all the way to the brain sitting behind your eyes right now. You can watch this ancient rule switch on in a person before they can even speak. Somewhere around 8 months of age, almost every baby on Earth goes through the same startling change. A child who once smiled at anyone suddenly bursts into tears when an unfamiliar face leans in close and clings to a parent for safety. Nobody teaches them to do this. It appears right on schedule in every culture all over the world. At roughly the age our ancestors' children would have started crawling away from the safety of their mother. It is one of the clearest proofs we have that fear of the unknown face is not something you pick up from the world. You are born with it, already installed, waiting to switch on. Here is how fast that ancient rule works. When you see a new face, a small almond-shaped structure deep in your brain, called the amygdala, fires almost instantly. Studies suggest your brain begins sorting a face into friend or threat in around 1/10 of a second. That is faster than you can consciously recognize who you are even looking at. Before the thinking part of your brain has woken up, the ancient part has already made its judgment and started preparing your body to react. And that judgment is not gentle or fair. It is a snap decision built for survival, not for accuracy. In the wild, being wrong in one direction was far cheaper than being wrong in the other. If you treated a friend as a threat, you lost a moment of comfort. If you treated a threat as a friend, you could lose your life. So evolution tuned the alarm to be jumpy. Better 1,000 false alarms than one fatal mistake. Your brain would rather scare you for no reason than let one real danger slip through. This is where one of the darkest parts of human nature comes from. That same ancient wiring sorts people instantly and automatically into two boxes, us and them. People who feel like your group and people who feel like outsiders. In the ancient world, this was a survival tool. Your group would protect you, outsiders might not. But that switch, the us and them switch, is still inside every human brain, and it can be flipped frighteningly easily. Almost any difference will do it. It is the same reflex still running, and understanding that it is ancient and automatic is the first step to not letting it run your life. Now think about what that ancient alarm feels like in your body. You are walking alone at night. You hear footsteps behind you, matching your pace. Instantly, before a single thought, your heart pounds, your breathing changes, your muscles tighten, and every sense sharpens onto that sound. You did not decide to feel afraid. Your body decided for you, and it did it in a fraction of a second. That is the same surge of chemicals that flooded your ancestors when a shape moved at the edge of the firelight. The situation is new. The machinery is ancient. Here is the twist, the thing that makes all of this so strange. The world your brain is built for is gone, completely gone. For hundreds of thousands of years, you would meet maybe a few hundred different people in your entire lifetime. Today, you can pass more strangers than that in a single walk through a city. You live surrounded every single day by a sea of people your brain has never seen before and will never see again. Ancient wiring has no idea what to do with this. It was built for a world of 100 familiar faces, and you have dropped it into a world of millions of unfamiliar ones. So it does the only thing it knows how to do. It runs the old program, quietly, constantly, in the background. And that mismatch, that gap between the world we built and the brain we inherited, leaks out in 100 ways you feel every day but never question. It is why a crowded place can be so exhausting, even when nothing bad happens. Every unfamiliar face is a tiny, low-level ping on your ancient threat radar. One is nothing, but hundreds of them, for hours, quietly drains a part of you that evolved to relax only among people it knew. You come home from a busy day surrounded by people and feel strangely worn out, and you blame yourself for being tired. You are not weak. Your brain has been standing guard all day. Is why so many people feel a jolt of anxiety speaking to a room full of strangers. Logically, you know they will not hurt you, but logic is slow, and the ancient alarm is fast. To a brain built for small bands, a wall of unfamiliar faces all pointing at you is not an audience. It is a threat display. Your body reacts to the ancient meaning, not the modern one. It is why you can feel it, physically feel it, when a stranger is staring at you from across a room. That prickle on the back of your neck is real. Humans evolved an exquisite sensitivity to being watched, because in the ancient world, a gaze locked onto you could mean a predator had chosen its target, or a rival was sizing you up. So your brain devotes special machinery just to detecting eyes pointed in your direction. A modern glance triggers an ancient warning. There is another fingerprint of this old software, and you use it every day. The first impression. Within seconds of meeting someone, before they have said almost anything, you have already formed a gut feeling about them, trustworthy or not. That feeling is not wisdom. It is the ancient threat sorter, making its lightning judgment on almost no information. Because in the old world, waiting to gather more information about a stranger could get you killed. It is fast, it is confident, and it is often completely wrong. Which is worth remembering the next time your gut passes instant judgment on someone you have never met. Humans even invented tools to switch this alarm off on purpose, and you use them every single day without noticing. Think about what a handshake really is. You extend your open right hand, historically the hand that would hold a weapon, to show a stranger that it is empty. A bow, a wave, a smile, a bit of small talk about the weather, none of it is really about the words. These are ancient signals, little rituals we perform to tell another person's threat radar, I am not a danger, you can stand down. Every polite hello you have ever exchanged is a tiny peace treaty between two nervous systems that are both quietly braced for the worst. We are so good at it that we forgot we were doing it at all. So step back and look at the whole strange picture. You are a creature built for a tiny familiar world, living in an enormous world of strangers. The reflexes that once kept you alive, the jumpy alarm, the us and them switch, the racing heart, the sense of being watched, the instant judgments, all of it still fires, every day, in situations it was never designed for. You are running ancient survival software on modern hardware in a world it does not recognize. Here is the quiet, remarkable truth underneath it all. It works. You walk through crowds of strangers every day, and almost always, nothing happens. The very fact that a stranger passing you feels so unremarkable, so safe, is one of the strangest achievements of the human story. We built a world where millions of unknown people can live side by side, trust each other, and pass in peace. Something your ancestors could barely have imagined. Every calm walk down a crowded street is a small miracle your ancient brain never saw coming. So the next time a stranger makes your heart jump for no reason, do not be angry at yourself, and do not always believe the fear. That reflex is not broken. It is a message from 100,000 years of ancestors who survived precisely because they were careful with the unknown. You carry their caution in your body, but you also live in a world they built toward without ever seeing. A world where the stranger beside you is almost never the enemy your brain expects. You get to feel the ancient fear, and then, gently, decide for yourself whether to listen. That choice, that pause between the ancient alarm and your modern mind, might be one of the most human things about you.